What's up, Fish 2? Bearder Bob once again, doing another check-in, check-out, check-up, whatever it is that we're doing here. Just checking out all the tanks, slowly going through the whole fish room. I've been doing a lot of changes around here and setting up new tanks, taking down old tanks. This one here, geez, I can't remember what this one used to be. It was empty for a little while. This was one of the shrimp tanks. Still housing some shrimp. These are the Orange Neocaridina that I made out of kind of my crosses, and some of my yellow neos also would throw some orange, so I put those in there too. So we got a good half a dozen or so of the best ones out of that tank, and we put them in here, so they're just living their best life, breeding like crazy in here. I don't know where all of them are at. Of course, they're not up front. We also, a while back, I had gotten by mistake by something I didn't order from eBay. Oh, geez. We had gotten some Purple Mosaic Guppy females, 2 of them, and I threw those in here. The person ended up shipping me the right fish and didn't want these ones back, so I kept them. They dropped fry almost right away. So these guys are the offspring of that. I sorted through the males. I had when I noticed the females were showing their gravid spots and the males were starting to show, I separated them out so I could check which male was going to be the best match towards Purple Mosaic. And he's a Dumbo as well, a big ear, whatever you want to call it. He's floating around back there. He's looking good. He's probably 2.5, 3 months old, somewhere there. No, females obviously about the same. I only got like 6 males out of the batch, and the rest of them I put into other tanks just to kind of get some guppy or some Dumbo Mosaic genes going in those. They're mostly for like my mixed guppy tank, which we'll go through in another video. This one is a giant, tall 40-gallon or 35. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Never really measured, but he's looking good. I think he's his fins started his pectoral fins started showing almost right away. Dark black, blue, purple, whatever this is, and so that's why I picked him. Plus his tail is definitely the mosaic pattern that I was looking for these guys. So we I separated them out for a while, and I just put the male back in about 2 or 3 days ago. So they're in here now. Hopefully they'll start breeding. I think they're just about that age right now. You can see the gravid spots on the females. That's that dark black spot, kind of right in the middle of the fish towards the bottom. That's how you can tell at a pretty early age whether or not they're going to be a female. It's harder to tell on some of these fish. So like these guys that we talked about in the last video, this is a female here. She doesn't have a dark gravid spot. It's more of a yellowish pale, and you can tell the male obviously in this tank, but so you can't really see her gravid spot. Jeez, my camera won't focus. The darker guppies, ones with these kind of genes, they definitely have the gravid spot. Most Endler females do as well, even at an early age there too. So in here we got a nice rock pile for the shrimp to hide in, and all their babies can hide down there from these guppies, which has worked out really good for pretty much all of my tanks. Got lots of breeding with combining the 2 guppies and shrimp. Every tank in this fish room now has at least 1 pleco in it. Some of them have 2. There's one in the shrimp tank there on the side, and but otherwise we got just some basic plants. I got some Bucephalandra. This is the Ketakong, Godzilla, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. This one I just split off of another rhizome that was growing. Here's another chunk of that. I think I showed you in the last video. It's been probably almost a month between videos here. Sorry about that. I'll go back to doing weekly here. Just some other stuff had come up, some other business opportunities and whatnot. So been working on that. Also have a couple pieces of, or no, I think I just have the 1 piece of Anubias Nanopetite. This one is doing really good. It's grown that huge tall part of it right there. That's all grown in the last month. I also divided some of that out into other tanks. I wish I would have filmed that. Somebody had asked me on the comments to film that, so I will do that at a certain point, probably with this chunk right here, because it's doing really good. I can probably split that up into 3 or 4 nice pieces without hurting the plant, and it's just kind of growing all weird there anyway. Oh no, I do have. See, there is another piece of Nubius Nana Petite back there. Also, this AR Cardinalis, I've been trying to make this stuff spread to all the aquariums again, so I've been doing my best to propagate it, and I've noticed that once it gets about this tall, and it's got some roots that are not down in the substrate, if I clipped it now right below those roots there, kind of right in the middle of the stalk sticking up there, then that whole piece I could replant and it would grow very well. And the piece that I cut it off of, geez, if we could focus. You lack focus. There we go. The bottom piece will grow another stalk. So, I mean, it works out pretty good. This was all from one piece that I had in here, just a small piece, and it's doing really good. Here's another piece that I'm propagating here. You can see it's just one stalk that I laid on its side, and it started growing individual little plants, and then I'll just cut that in between all of those there, whatever. Just some rocks weighing it down so that it would root in the substrate. Got some of this cholla wood in there, you know, the shrimp and the pleco, and obviously the snails like to kind of, I don't know if they're picking on it, they're getting the biofilm off of it. The pleco likes to scrape on it, and all that. Also the traditional thousands of that plant, you know, crypts. Bronze and green crypts kind of mixed in there together, and then some back there, some Bacopa caroliniana. That's doing really well too. That was another little piece, like you can see in this one. This is also the Bacopa caroliniana. As you can see, this one is spread out quite a bit, so I will go in here sometimes and just cut off stalks with roots on them, and I'll just stick them in other tanks. And it kind of takes over. It grows pretty close to the ground. Usually it doesn't grow like this. This one is an odd shape. It's like it's flattened out, and it's just kind of trying to spread. Most times it kind of grows up a little bit, but you know, we're talking, you know, 6-8 inches. There's that little pleco in there squirting out on the back. And then obviously we got some hornwort in here. This is pretty much in every tank again now. I've been selling this locally, and it's a very nice cover for breeding fish. So I've been sticking it in all the tanks that have any breeders in it, and it seems to help shield the fry from the mothers and the fathers. We'll get to some of these other tanks in the future here. Hopefully maybe 1 or 2 a week. But this Purple Dumbo Mosaic, he's got to be one of my favorite fish in the fish room right now, and he's only 2.5 months old. So as you can see, I'm really hoping to get a lot of these. I think I have like 8 females in here with just the one male because he was the best match out of the group. I had some other ones. Let's see. I don't know if they're shown in here. If we can find him. Oh yeah, well, there's one right there. So he is more of a like a platinum Dumbo Mosaic or a red-tail Dumbo Mosaic. Kind of in the center of the frame. He's squirting around there. I think they're getting fed again. I just fed you guys blind shrimp. But he looks good too. But he's in here. This is my secondary, my backup tank of mutt guppies, and then some of the other males that I pulled out of that tank are in here as well. So we can get some more of those genes going around. Sorry for the camera flip there. And then this is just the tank full of the mutt guppies. And we have quite a few different types in there. Again, we'll get to that one probably in the next few videos. But otherwise, you know, there's not a whole lot going on in this tank. I reset all these tanks a while back. I had kind of cleaned the substrate as much as I could. I drilled them and set them up for overflows. Let's see if we can go back here without too much hassle. Not really. Can't really see the overflow. I don't even know where it's at. It's over here. Yeah. There you go. So, got a pipe set up in the back for it to drain out, and this is one of the tanks that I just turn on a nozzle. So this one is this red one is for top offs. That's just pure RO water, and then the blue line is my hooked up to my barrel. But I think that's about it. Thanks for checking it out. Make sure you check out down in the description there.